Hey there, Newton here. This time, we're going to create a simple platformer using GDScript. Let's create our good old project. First, we're going to import the spreadsheet we will be using for the game. Download link will be in the description below. Let's create a node 2D and rename it to Sandbox. Add a texture rec for the background. Then open up our spreadsheet folder. Let's drag the BG to the texture. Now let's create a tilemap for our stage. Select new tileset, then click on it to display the properties. Drag and drop the tileset. Select new single tile, then enable the snap option here to make it easier. Then just highlight the first tile. To select another, just click on the single new tile again. We're going to set its collision. Click the square shape, then just double click the tile. Repeat the process for the other tiles. For this platform, we are going to set it as a one-way platform. Let's enable it here. Now let's begin to draw our stage. Let's save our scene. Next, we will create a new scene for the character. Click on the other nodes, then search for the kinematic body. Then we're going to rename it as player. Add the collision shape, but we will set this up later. Add an animated sprite. Click on frames, then select new sprite frame. Click on it for the properties. Rename the default animation to idle. Then click on add frame to sprite button here. Look for the idle sprite, then select. Set the frame values. Highlight the frame by clicking on it. Then click add frames. Let's enable playing. Click new animation, then rename it to running. Repeat the process. But set the frame to 10 FPS. Now for the jump animation. This time, disable the loop. We'll set the initial animation to idle. Let's enable grid snap here. Then set the collision to square and adjust it. Then save our scene. For the controls, let's first set up the input. Go to project, then project settings. On the input map, let's add left, right, and jump. Add the corresponding button for them by clicking the plus icon. Click on the player node, then let's add a script. Let's set the template to empty. First, we will add the player movement variables. Create a physics process function. Then add the gravity script. Next, the jump function. Then the movement function. Then finally, the move and slide function that will apply the physics. To add the animations, we will need to have a reference for our animated sprite node. Then below the move and slide, let's add the sprite flipper. After that, the animation controller function. Now we have our platformer with these simple steps. To add some design to the stage, I have added some lamps and clouds so you can play around with it. We can use a sprite node, then just drag and drop the sprites. We can also use Shift D to duplicate the nodes. Thank you so much for following my tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until then, have fun making games, and cheers!